The average person says just this once, 3 times a month. Each time it costs them around $40. That is $1,440 a year. On things they never plan to buy. On things they sometimes never even use. And the worst part? Every single time, it feels completely reasonable. Let me show you exactly how this works inside Leo's life. It is a Thursday evening. Leo had a long day. He is tired. He deserves a break. He opens his phone. Just to relax. Not to spend money. He sees a jacket. Nice one. Not too expensive. $60. Leo has a rule. He does not buy things without thinking about them first. But today was hard. And this jacket is really nice. And $60, that is not even that much. Just this once. He will break the rule, just this once. He buys it. 2 weeks later. Leo is at a restaurant with friends. He already spent his eating out budget for the month. But everyone is ordering. Just this once. 1 week after that, a new phone case. A movie he will probably never watch. A gadget from an advertisement. Just this once. Just this once. Just this once. By the end of the month Leo has no idea where his money went. Sound familiar? Here is what is actually happening inside Leo's brain. Psychologists call this exception making. It is one of the most powerful and destructive patterns in human behavior. Every person has rules they set for themselves. Do not eat out more than twice a week. Do not buy things without sleeping on it. Save 10% of every paycheck. These rules exist because Leo knows his own weaknesses. He made them deliberately to protect himself. But rules create pressure. And pressure creates the desire to release that pressure. So the brain invents a reason. A justification. A special circumstance. I had a hard day. This is a special occasion. It is on sale. I deserve this. Just this once. And here is the dangerous part. The justification always feels real. It always feels legitimate. Because Leo's brain is not trying to trick him deliberately. It genuinely believes the exception is reasonable. That is what makes this trap so powerful. It does not feel like a trap. It feels like a perfectly rational decision made by a perfectly rational person. But here is what Leo does not see. Every exception teaches his brain that the rule is negotiable. And negotiable rules are not really rules at all. They are suggestions. And suggestions are very easy to ignore. Quick question for you right now. How many times did you make an exception to one of your own rules this month? Think about it honestly. Most people, when they actually count, the number surprises them. Because exceptions do not feel like failures when they happen. They feel like reasonable decisions. The failure only becomes visible when you look at the total. Let me show you exactly what Leo's exceptions are actually costing him. Real numbers. No rounding. No estimates. Leo makes 3 unplanned purchases every month. Average value, $40 each. That is $120 per month. That is $1,440 per year. Now let me put that into something real. $1,440 is a return flight to another country. It is 3 months of gym membership. It is an emergency fund that could protect Leo from real financial disaster. Instead, it is a jacket he wore twice. 3 restaurant meals he did not budget for. And a collection of things bought just this once, sitting in a drawer somewhere right now. But here is the number that actually hurts. If Leo invested that $1,440 every single year, in 10 years at a modest return, he would have over $20,000. $20,000. Lost to just this once. One exception at a time. Here is the one thing that completely defeats this trap. Leo now uses what he calls the exception tax. Every time Leo wants to make an exception to one of his rules, he is allowed to do it. No guilt. No shame, but he must transfer double the amount of that purchase into his savings account immediately. Want to break your no eating out rule and spend $30? Fine. But $60 goes into savings right now. Want that $60 jacket? Allowed. But $120 goes to savings first. Suddenly the exception does not feel so reasonable anymore. Because now the true cost of the exception is visible before Leo makes it. Not after. And most of the time, when Leo sees the real cost clearly, he puts the phone down. He closes the tab. And the urge disappears within minutes. The exception tax does not stop Leo from living his life. It just makes sure his brain cannot lie to him about what that exception actually costs. And that one change saved Leo $800 in its first 3 months. If you recognized yourself in Leo's story today, and honestly most people will, there is one thing I want you to do right now. Write down one rule you keep breaking with just this once. Just one. And try the exception tax on it this week. The trap only works when the cost stays invisible. You just made it visible. That changes everything. If this is the first time you are hearing about traps like this, there are 28 more waiting on this channel. Subscribe to Mind of Leo. New case file every week. Leo walks into a trap. We take it apart completely. And next week, Leo discovers the trap that costs people an average of $340 a year, by making something feel completely free. When it absolutely is not. You have fallen for this one. Everyone has. See you there.